And it's hello and welcome to Legacy Monday Live. Yes, it's a Legacy Monday happening on a Tuesday morning. It just had to happen this way because yesterday, which was supposed to be the day, what happened was that network just won't budge. It was supposed to be by 8 p.m. yesterday, and the network decided that it was not going to respond. And I waited, tried until 8:30. It wasn't still working. And I decided that, yeah, the next available moment that the network is sound, we were going to do this. And that is this morning. And to the glory of God, we are here, live and direct. Legacy Monday live, happening on a Tuesday morning. All right. My name is Luke-Aliga. I am your young adult coach and the founder of Values for Legacy Academy. Don't forget, your legacy matters a lot. Your legacy is that thing that you'll keep for your generations to come. And at Values for Legacy, all we are about is to help you build a legacy that your 100th generation will be proud of. Yes, that is to say that you're going to build legacies that people in the generation that follows you will remember, pass it on to the next, and to the next, on to the next, and on to the next. What would it feel like? What does it feel like remembering these people of the past who contributed positively either to the growth of the society or to the growth of their family? You know that the family is the basic unit of the society. And that's why I'm so passionate about the family, because I know that when once the family gets it right, the society will get it right. And all these tears and pains and sorrows that we are crying about and everything will be drastically reduced. So today, we'll be looking at a very important topic that is most often taken for granted. An important topic that many people do not see anything important about it. Seriously, many people. I'm saying this with all amount of authority because I have come to see that a lot of people do not understand what it is to be grateful. They don't even understand the periphery of gratitude, let alone the in-depth things about being grateful. So as a mentor for young adults, I wouldn't want to see any young adult in that situation, that position where you do not realize that gratitude carries a lot of weight, a lot of importance. And gratitude carries so much from here into your legacy that your generations to come will definitely benefit from. So, what I'm saying is that when you have a spirit of gratitude, people that come after you will benefit from what it is that your imbibing gratitude is able to give you. So, this topic is very important. And remember to come with your pen and your book. Remember to take notes. And if anywhere hits you, impacts you, just put it in the comment section. Let me know that place that got you thinking or got you and made you decide to make changes. Okay. So before we go into why gratitude is important, which is our topic for the day, we need to understand what gratitude is, right? But before I delve into that, let me remind you that the Values Hub 5-month mentorship program is live. You are by registering, it hasn't started yet. It's going to kick off on the 1st of February 2026. So you have this long time to make a decision. And the truth is, you don't need to waste time making that decision. The right decision is for you as a young adult to be in the Values Hub. And if you're a parent watching me on this stream, it is for you as a parent to get your young adult and every other young adult around, young adult, into the Values Hub Mentorship Program. It's a 5 month program. So it's going to run from, February until the end of July or so. And then the second cohort kicks off. But let your young adult not be missing from this mentorship program, the Values Hub, that's starting on the 1st of February. When they get into the Values Hub, they are going to gain clarity of who they are, clarity of their purpose, clarity of their capability. You know what that will do? It's going to transform their life to a point where even them will be shocked at what they are able to achieve. That's the truth. So get them into that place where they will hear the voice of wisdom and apply it into their lives. That place is going to help them build the skills necessary, the skills that they need to express who they truly are. And who are they? They are here to fulfill a purpose, positive, one that will bring their name to a point where years of generations to come will remember them. And guess what? Will be proud to attach their name to their name. That's what this mentorship is going to do for your family. Because it's going to start with your young adult and extend its branches into every other aspect of your family. And once your family is positively impacted, guess what? The society will be. And all the chaos and the noise you're hearing will be drastically reduced. It starts from the person, one person. And that is why your young adult should be at the Values Hub. So let's go back. It's gratitude time. It's gratitude day. So what exactly is gratitude? What is gratitude? Gratitude is being, feeling, and expressing thankfulness. Gratitude is feeling, being, and expressing thankfulness for what you have, what you've been given, and even for others, what you have witnessed. So let me talk about when Jesus healed the lepers. The 10 lepers. He healed 10 good lepers. And what happened? Only one came back to show gratitude. And what did Jesus ask? He asked the man, 10, was it not 10 that was healed? Where are the other 9? That is to say that even our own Savior expects us to show gratitude. He didn't just take that of the one person. He said, where are the other 9? If that doesn't tell you that gratitude has an important place in your life, then I don't know what else will. And you know what happened to the one who came back to give gratitude? He was made whole. Do you know what it means to be made whole? He's never going to experience that sickness again. For those who didn't return to give gratitude, the likelihood is that they can get it again. That is what gratitude can do for you as a person. That is what gratitude can do. So many people have also misunderstood gratitude. Many people have neglected it. Many people have misplaced its function in their lives. People don't give gratitude. People don't think gratitude is important. Many even think that being grateful is a sign of weakness. It is that bad. Some people believe that being grateful is a sign of weakness. And that is why I am here today to help you place gratitude where gratitude should actually belong in your life. That's why I'm here, to help you put gratitude in its right place. So many at the core, so gratitude, many people just thank you. Have you ever been told thank you and yet you're hearing something else? I just want you to put it in the comment section. Say something to me. Let's talk. Have you ever been told thank you, but looking at the person who is saying thank you are interpreting it to not mean thank you, but something else. In other words, he's expressing thank you, but you're seeing unthankfulness, you're seeing ingratitude. Again, that is to remind you that gratitude is not just words, gratitude is your disposition. Gratitude is not just what you say, gratitude is what your body shows. So many of you just say, thank you, thank you so much. But your body language is saying, I don't care. This is just shade. I'm just, let me just say it for the sake of saying it. That is not gratitude, because the truth is, it's going to still reflect in the way that this person that you're telling thank you to, or that you're claiming to express gratitude to, is going to see you. Okay. All right. Let's move. So I want you to understand again that gratitude is a mindset. Gratitude is a mindset. It is a heart posture. What is a mindset? What is a heart posture? When somebody said something is a mindset, it means that you carry it in your body, you carry it in your heart, you express it as a way of life. You view things through the eyes of gratitude. You view life, you have the perspective that is being shaped by gratitude. So when we say gratitude is a mindset, the thing of the mind, it is a heart posture. It is a deep international way of, being, of you being, living, the way you take life. And of course, gratitude is a mindset. I've come across people who have benefited from others, but still go about saying things bad. I'm trying to maybe that mean ill, or within ill will. Let me say so. So I've seen people who have benefited something, who have been privileged to get a gift from somebody. I'm not just talking about a gift, who have been privileged to, have their life changed from one poor state to a better state, but who find it very difficult to truly appreciate. They say thank you. They just say thank you, but walk around with the mindset of ingratitude. And the people who help them from that one position to another see through them, understand that this person isn't grateful. I have seen and I have also heard, And somebody may say, that ungrateful person may say, and so what? But the truth is that I am standing today to tell you that it means much more than you understand, because it impacts on who you are and it impacts on what you leave for your generations. So when you hear generational curse, some of it is caused by ingratitude. You benefited something from someone, and then you go about saying evil, saying things against the person. You benefited. So when these things begin to happen, you say, they cost me, they cost me. Nobody cost you. It is your behavior, it is your attitude, and it is your mindset. So gratitude is one big value that every single person should imbibe. Every young adult should imbibe the culture, the value of being truly grateful. Gratitude is great. There's no true or wrong gratitude, but in our parlance, there's always something true love, false love, this, that, true gratitude, false gratitude. But gratitude is gratitude. If it is not gratitude, it is not gratitude. Okay, so gratitude reduces negative thoughts. It reduces negative feelings. In fact, it is a conscious choice to focus to faithfulness to you, to focus on what you have. Helping you count your blessings. That's what gratitude is. You focus on counting what you have been blessed with. So that choice you make to do that, what does it do? It reduces negative thoughts and feelings. And shifts your focus. It also shifts your focus from yourself to others. Shift your focus from yourself to others. It makes you thankful for what you have rather than always wanting to get more. Look at the people that are ungrateful. You give them this book today, they want you to give them a pen tomorrow. You give them the pen tomorrow. They need you to give them the phone. They need you to, every time they are always wanting to get one thing. And the worst part is that they never show gratitude. But a person who has a gratitude mindset you will give that person this book. Aha. And the gratitude, the person won't even show sign of needing a pen because he is full of gratitude for what he has gotten. That very single one he has gotten, he is full of gratitude. He is counting it as a blessing already, thinking, what a wonderful thing that has happened to him. And because he is grateful, they have seen that this person is grateful, you will find out that he will begin to have the mindset of trying to help himself get the pen that he needs to write on it. And even if that pen comes as a gift, his gratitude, he will show gratitude. That person understands, a person of gratitude understands that anything he gets is a privilege, not a right. And you must understand that gratitude is a big emotional tool, that it is very powerful. It is an emotional tool that is very powerful. You can express gratitude for yourself and on behalf of someone else, and for your family, a mentor, or even a stranger. You can express gratitude for every other person. You can also express it to those who have impacted your life, and even those who have impacted your life at the second level, through somebody that knows somebody. So you can express gratitude to such people. You can express gratitude for things that have happened to your siblings, for things that have happened to your friends, for things that have happened to your colleagues at work. You can express gratitude. So let's just, I don't want to take too much of your. Let's go to the main reason why we are here, why gratitude matters. Number one, yeah, I'm going to just kick it off that way. Number one is that gratitude enhances your overall well being. I'm sure that the very time, the very day you expressed gratitude genuinely to someone, of that you felt over you, there was also a feeling of happiness. You get joy from expressing gratitude. So, how does gratitude enhance your well being? Gratitude sends the happy signals through your nervous systems. Gratitude boosts your immune system and improves your overall general health. How does it do that? It does that by reducing stress, anxiety, and depression. Because when you happy hormones or happy signals are all over, how does stress and anxiety come into play? They can't come into play when the hormones of happiness are just there. That's what gratitude does to you. When you are grateful for something, you find that you become happier. So when you continue to, consciously express gratitude, it rewires your brain to focus on positive experiences rather than negative ones. This helps you combat and fight negative thinking patterns that lowers the level of stress. Let me just explain this. As a person, whenever somebody does something for me and I show appreciation, I just feel happy. In fact, I feel so on top of the world that I've expressed appreciation, that I've expressed gratitude. And then having consciously built the mindset of gratitude, I tend to not look at the bad side of things. I tend to not look at that bad side. When something bad is happening, I I I I have this feeling that everything will be all right in its due time, because I choose to pick to be grateful for the things that are happening right now in my life. So the negative aspects, I shift it to one end. Not like I don't work towards making things better, but I do not give in to, thinking negatively about that angle. Okay, like this is not working. It may never work. This is no, 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 no. You become grateful when you are grateful for the ones that are working. When you're grateful for the ones that are working, you lower your stress. That's when somebody will say, the things that you cannot control, you should not kill yourself over. But many of us have been used to trying to write what we cannot control and closing our hearts and our mind's eye to what has been done for us that we should be grateful for. We should be able to control the gratitude that we give for those things with the hope that these other things will be settled. So, if you are consciously choosing gratitude, your brain is rewired to always see the good side of things, and that when the bad things are happening, you don't dwell on them. You keep counting your blessings, like they say in the song. You keep counting your blessings. Number two is that it fosters emotional stability. Your emotion impacts your health. If your emotions are on the bad, negative side, you will find out that your health will deteriorate. And there is something gratitude does. Gratitude is a positive emotion, and gratitude shoots up the positive side of you, positive, you know, thoughts, positive emotions. So the gratitude will help you promote healing and balance. Know that I said bad emotions, negative emotions are connected to bad health. It is a connection. Um, I've read it somewhere. Whose book is that? In emotional intelligence. Yeah, emotional intelligence by Daniel Goleman. Yeah, in one of the researches that was done, it was found out that bad emotions cause ill health. Good emotions improve the health. So that's why when we say, and there was a time I was younger and I used to say that I noticed that when somebody is happy, they get well very quick. Somebody that is sick, who is happy, gets well quick than somebody who is sick and keeps thinking negative thoughts about the sickness. Those people tend to never get out of that sick bed. So when I read his book and I saw negative emotion, I was like, this is not this thing that we used to say when we were young. We noticed it as young people and we used to say it then. That your psychology, okay, we used to call it psychology. That's what I used to call it. Your psychology affects ill health or good health. That is what I'm talking about. A person who consciously tilts towards gratitude will live healthier. So as this increases, gratitude increases happiness and optimism by, when you consistently acknowledge people in you report high levels. You find out that these people who consistently acknowledge the good that other people have done in their life are more satisfied with life, are more optimistic, and generally have a happy, kind of life going on for them. It's not as if they have it all figured out. It's not as if they have everything. But the mindset, gratitude mindset. I'm counting my blessings and I'm naming them one by one. And guess what? My blessings are just too numerous. That's the mindset. That's the mindset. Okay. Number three is that it improves mental health. It improves mental health. Gratitude increases serotonin and dopamine. It does. They are the happy hormones. So when it increases them, these feel good hormones, what do they do? They reduce anxiety. So the neuroscience of gratitude shows that gratitude activates the brain. That's the region of the brain that is associated with reward and thus enhance feelings of contentment and emotional well-being. So regular practice of gratitude can lead to long-term positive changes in the brain, thus supporting mental health and resilience. Talking about resilience, we will get to that. We'll get to what gratitude can do for you in building resilience. There is no way you talk about living in the world without being resilient. It's one of the core values that I teach at Values for Legacy Academy. Resilience. So, gratitude builds your self esteem and confidence. Have you ever told somebody, thank you genuinely? How do you used to feel? How do you feel? You'll be able to understand those feelings if you have been journaling. So, take a few minutes in a day, like 5 minutes, even if it's 3 minutes, journal about your day, the key points. If you're used to journaling, you will note that those times you genuinely express gratitude, you always feel more confident in yourself. It happens to me every single time I show gratitude. Note what I'm saying. Express gratitude and show gratitude. Gratitude is not just in saying it. Gratitude is a body posture, is a heart posture, is a mindset. It is in showing too. You also get to show that you're grateful. So when I do that, it builds my confidence, boosts my self-esteem. It just makes me feel, oh yeah, I've done something wonderful. But that is what gratitude is. It is something amazing, something wonderful, something profound and transformational. It changes everything about your life for the positive. That is only when you genuinely express and show that you're grateful. So gratitude, so it builds your self-esteem and confidence because when you focus on what is working, you begin to stop comparing yourself to others. You begin to appreciate yourself better. You begin to appreciate your journey. Mentorship has really helped me in this angle of my life. What am I comparing myself with you for? Like how now? Yeah, I may want to be like you. If I look at you and you can be my role model, you can be, but you see, comparing you with my life, my states, my season, that's not gonna happen. And it's a conscious effort of having the gratitude mindset that helps me not to live the life of comparison. I keep being grateful. You have to keep being grateful for what is happening to you per time. People tell you that being alive is something to be grateful for. Nobody like that is the whole truth. Being alive. So I've seen people who have been helped greatly, but their mindset on gratitude is zero. What kind of legacy do you want to leave with such a mindset? So focusing on what you have rather than on what you lack will help you avoid constant comparison, especially this social media. You see this social media? Hey, God. You see this social media. And that is why if you're a young adult, you need to be at the values hub. You see social media. You see those reels that they just show you clips. Their life is so beautiful. Everything is going on fine. And then you begin to mourn your own life. Ingratitude sets in. You begin to develop the mindset of ungratefulness. By the time you check it out, you find out that the reels are not the reels, the highlights is just the highlight. Maybe somebody just put on clothes and pew, and you see that. And because your mindset is not a mindset of gratitude, you begin to compare your normal everyday life with somebody's highlights and begin to, put yourself on a roller coaster of pains, stress, anxiety, depression, and what and what and what and what. So when you do not compare yourself with that of people because of your mindset of gratitude, you begin to have higher self-esteem and you also have a healthy perception of yourself and who you are. And is it 4 or 5? Yeah. Gratitude helps you build resilience. One of the reasons why you should cultivate the habit of gratitude. Gratitude helps you build resilience. Is there anyone who can go through life without having the value called resilience? Because the world will keep stumbling blocks. You will stumble. Because the staircase to success will be so long. You need resilience. And if you cannot thank God or be thankful that you have made 10 steps up, is remaining 1,000 steps. But at that point of that you are. After climbing the first 10 steps, and you do not consciously cultivate the habit, the value of being grateful for the 10 steps you have climbed, you will not have the resilience to get to those 1,000 steps, because it starts with one step. And what will keep you moving is the mindset of gratitude. I thank you for helping me climb these 5 steps. Wow, it wasn't easy. Thank you so much. And then you climb another 5. I'm so grateful that I'm able to climb this next 5 steps. Thank you so much. That's resilience. When you're ungrateful, you begin to look around to see those who have climbed the 100th step. You begin to see those who have climbed the 50th step. You begin to see those who have reached the 1,000th step. And then you begin to wonder, why me? Why am I at the 10th step? Resilience. Begin to lose focus. You begin to lose the urge to move forward. So gratitude helps build and strengthen resilience. A gratitude mindset will help you reframe challenges as opportunities for growth rather than an insurmountable obstacle. Do you get it? Again, number 6, it strengthens your relationships. Have you ever been around ungrateful people? Have you ever seen ungrateful people? Have you ever interacted? Have you ever had business to do with people who are ungrateful? Can you tell me in the comment section how you felt doing things with these people? Can you tell me at the comment section how you felt doing things with these people? I usually feel terrible. I usually feel like they don't value me. I usually feel like they don't love me. I usually feel like they don't care about me. That's just the truth. So when you feel when you are ungrateful in a relationship with people, the truth is the relationship begins to um disintegrate on its own. No, not on its own, because it's by your action. Your ingratitude caused it. So this relationship begin to disintegrate slowly but surely. You might pretend to smile, you might pretend to be happy, but when you get into your room, you're asking yourself, am I that unvalued, that what I did was not appreciated? If anybody is telling you that they don't care, they are not telling you the truth. When you're showing gratitude and somebody tells you, no, I don't care, whether you're showing gratitude or not, no, they do care. The thing is that at some point, because they know that they cannot control you to make the change that you should make, they begin to show a lack of interest. And that is where the relationship begins to crumble. And then tomorrow you start saying, that my friend, she was my very good friend. All of a sudden, she doesn't want to talk to me again. No, it was your lack of ability to show gratitude that caused it. Because your ingratitude told them that they were not valued. Ingratitude causes a tension that begins to cause a disintegration of your relationships, friendships. So even if it's your sibling, your parents, your grandparents that did something for you, be grateful and show them that. That's why I said it's not just about the words, but it is about the body posture. It is about your heart. Show them, because when you show them, It's only people who are valued in relationships or friendships that are able to build a stronger bond. And then finally, it creates unity and peace. Just what I've talked about. When you're grateful, the tension in your relationship is not there, everything is going smoothly, everybody's fine. So it reduces tension and fosters a culture of honor. It is honor to show gratitude. Family, whether in your family, in your workplace, or in your community. Yeah, those are the reasons why you have to be grateful. So let's look at how gratitude impacts your legacy. I've talked about it severally in this. So a young adult who lives with gratitude, number one, is not going to be insulting. People who are ungrateful are the ones that are insulting people up and down now. Somebody was talking about the uncle that sent him to school. Uncle that has been paying school fees, and you look at the way they are talking about the uncle, they are rubbishing the uncle in your presence. A grateful young adult will not do that. A grateful young adult will not dishonor or disrespect anybody, let alone the people that have showed them kindness in one form or another. A grateful young adult does not sit around waiting for Uncle B to come and be feeding them. I'm telling you, if you are grateful, you will always, I said it builds resilience, right? You will always want to do something for your life to show God that you're grateful that He even gives you life and good health. You will not sit around. That is, the values for legacy does not expect you to sit around. How do you build legacy when you just sit around? Waiting for Uncle B, and after Uncle B does what he's supposed to do, he wants to do for you, you will still disrespect and dishonor him. That's not the sign that this young adult has a grateful mindset. A grateful young adult treats help as a privilege, not a right. It's a privilege. But many ungrateful young adults are roaming around treating help as if, it's my right, you have to, it's not. Even me, growing up, when people talk about inheritance, I used to look at it like, cash, houses, all those kind of inheritance that parents keep for their children. I look at them and say, I'm not looking forward to that. That was me then. I don't know what informed it, but I know I was a reader. I've read lots of books. I've seen things I learned from people's experiences. So I would tell my friends, no, I'm not into who's going to give me and who's not going to give me. That I believe I can work and make it. I can get it by my own sweat. That is the attitude of someone who is not ungrateful. I am grateful for the life God has given to me. So why sit around and wait to probably start quarreling with one person or another because of somebody's thing that the person kept? No. So when you are grateful, you do not have the time to sit around and wait to be spoon fed as a young adult. Who does that? You take responsibility for your life. That's what gratitude does for you. So a gratitude mindset will impact your legacy by shaping how you are remembered. Will you be remembered for lying around waiting for, handouts? Or will you be remembered for striving and thriving? Because when you strive, you will thrive. Which of them will you be remembered for? Gratitude mindset, centripetal effect that influences your relationships, your actions, and an enduring nature of your contributions to the world. Fosters strong relationships, inspires generosity and service, shapes a positive reputation. All these are the legacies that you're going to shift or transfer to your generations unborn. Oh, are you going to be that ungrateful one who everybody will be remembered for not, you know, being, should I call it loyal? Because ungrateful people are actually disloyal. And the truth is, if you're disloyal, nobody is going to be loyal to you too. Nobody. An ungrateful person is entitled. See all these entitlement we are shouting. Entitled, they are entitled. It is ingratitude that leads to entitlement. It is ingratitude, and that is a wrong legacy that you're building. You will lack people who are loyal to you. Why would anybody be loyal to an ungrateful person? So what you get as an ungrateful person, as a legacy, what you give as a legacy is a legacy of being isolated, and you remain in a cycle of bitterness and resentment, because that is what you will do to yourself if you are ungrateful. You remain bitter, you resent people, not because they didn't do anything to help your situation, but because you were entitled to their whatever they did for you. So would you rather choose to be a person, a young adult, who has a gratitude mindset? In fact, that's what I want you to choose today. And that's why this webinar came on live. Be a person who is grateful for the little things and for the big things. So I'm going to leave you with this. Greatness is not weakness. Gratitude is not weakness. Gratitude is strength. Gratitude is wisdom. Gratitude is a legacy that you leave for your generations to come. And I'm challenging you today to start building your legacy one act of gratitude at a time. Thank you for joining me today. This is like about 40 minutes. Okay. Thank you for joining me today. Remember that the Values Hub Mentorship Program is still on. The registration, is still on. We kick off 1st February 2026. Join me. Let's raise a generation that leads with values. And if you're a young adult, join me so that you will find out how powerful you are when you make the right values your way of life. See you next week, Monday. I just hope we don't do it on a Tuesday. No, we will do it on a Monday. Network will be kind. Network, please be kind to us next week. Thank you, and let's continue, looking at my profile, see some messages about gratitude and other topics. And don't forget to get into the Values Hub. If you are a parent on this stream, don't forget to send your young adult to the Values Hub. Seriously, let's make the world a better place starting from you.